I got salad in my teeth. My lunch is coming back. I hope I didn't have salad in my teeth when I was recording this. What is up, people of Earth? This is Monkey Man, and thank you for joining me in another episode of Operation Food Computer. Operation Food Computer, I said Operation Food Computer. It's gonna be amazing. Today, we're making leaps and bounds. Well, I'm playing with this. Zoom, zoom, zoom. This saw that I showed you guys in the last episode. The skill saw. I opened it up, started messing around with it. It's got the laser that I told you about. Pew, 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 pew. Lasers. And it came with this standard blade. So I'll probably be using that. Yeah, carbide teeth, 24, blah, blah, blah. 7.25 inch blade. I set this thingy madoodler for half an inch think. That's not even a sentence. I set it for half an inch thick because that's as thick as our PVC board or sheet is. And guess what, you guys? We finally found it. We finally found our PVC board or PVC sheet, and it was at Home Depot. And I'm telling you, if this was Bed Bath & Beyond, it would have been in the Beyond section because it wasn't with the other PVC sheets. It wasn't with the trimming. It was in like the Beyond category. It was like with other wood. It's categorized as like other boards or something. Wood boards? No. Something boards. It was really weird, but I had to walk up and down all the aisles, but I finally found it, and let me grab it for you guys. Here it is. Here it is. Here it is in all of its glory. I got, it doesn't even fit on the screen. It's a a half inch thick, which is what the recipe called for, except I only got one. I did not get the recommended size, which was 4 feet by 8 feet, because it wasn't gonna fit in my car. I don't think anyone without a truck is gonna have that fit in their car. So I figured out the baseboard, was only like 21 something inches by 4 or 3-ish feet something. So I found in that Beyond section, I found a 1/2 inch, 2 feet by 4 feet. Ugh, I got salad in my teeth. My lunch is coming back. I hope I didn't have salad in my teeth when I was recording this. Anyways, I got a 1/2 inch by 2 by 4, and we're gonna cut it down to size with using our seahorses, as I call them, our seahorses. We're gonna put them out in the garage in a second with our board, plug in our newfangled drill, try not to cut our fingers off, because I haven't used one of these like almost ever, probably ever. I'm such a hardware noob when it comes to like handyman things, but we're gonna try it, and it's probably gonna work out. That's what I'm hoping for. It's gonna go at least is what I'm shooting for. And then, what I'm going to show you guys in a second is after we cut the board down to size, we have to drill holes all over the baseboard. And if you didn't watch in the last episode, I told everybody that I was doing it all wrong. And we just had to start over pretty much and start from the baseboard and work our way up. Because we tried to cut like all the other sheets before, and it turned out into a whole horrible big disaster in episodes 2 and 3-ish. I think they were. But, so today we're just going to focus on one thing. We're going to focus on the baseboard, focus on cutting it to the dimensions that I'm going to show you in a second, and then place the holes where I'm going to show you in a second. So I'm going to hop on the computer, I'll be right back, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. And we're back, and we're in our Grow Hardware master folder that you guys have seen in previous episodes. Where I got that was on the website for OpenAg, and it was under, they have a download on GitHub for all the stuffing that you need. All the stuffing that you need for your turkey, that is the food computer. But we're going to look under Food Computer CAD, go under Parts, is it? Yeah, Parts, and then we're going to go to the PVC baseboard, and then we click on this, and it's going to give us everything that we need to know. There's the holes I was telling you guys about. There's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This little section here is going to be like the brains of the operation, where the Raspberry Pi and stuff goes, and then this section right here is going to be the actual grow chamber, where we're putting the water bin and all that jazz. So if you go click on measure, go put this on inches, and then you can see, I'll click on one of these here. It's 32.85 inches, so our 4 feet in length is going to be plenty. We'll cut a little over, what, like a foot and a half off of there. And then the side here is only 21.25, so we'll cut off like 3 inches or so in width. In width? Is that width? Yeah, width, length, something. And then I don't care about these rounded corners at all, because that's just aesthetic thing, I'm pretty sure, so you don't poke yourself. I don't know. Whatever. I don't need to have fancy rounded corners. But, and then we just need to measure, like, where these holes are. Because I want to get those holes correct. If those holes aren't correct, our whole day is going to be ruined. Most likely. Let's see. Can I flip? Flip, flippity flop. Okay. Where can I get this to where it doesn't look like I'm looking at something weird? Okay. Well, that'll have to work. Okay, that'll work. Will it tell me how far this is from something else? Let's see. It tells me the diameter, so I'm going to need a 0.375 inch boring. Is that what it's called? Boring thingamadoodler. You know what I'm talking about. Drill bit, which I think I have. I think I have all the standard sizes. Are all these the same size? Oh, look at that! It told me the distance! Okay, so look, there's 8 inches between those holes, 5 inches between those holes, and I'm guessing if I click off of here and do this and this, yep, that's 5, okay? How about this and this? Okay, so it's going from the center of the circle to the center of the circle. 1.925 inches! Why can't you just make it like 2 inches, people? Why? And then from here to the side, will it tell me? Yes, it's a miracle! It's 2.187 inches from the side. How much is that in centimeters? Still not an even number. Millimeters? Still a weird number. Whatever. I guess we're going to do 2.187 inches from the side. And then from here to here, how much is that? No, get rid of that. Get rid of that. 8 inches. Okay. The rest of them are like 8 inches, it looks like, apart. So that's not going to be bad. I think we can do that. Pretty sure we can do that. Can I zoom? Zoom to fit. Oh yeah, that's more like it. How do I rotate it this away? I need to figure that out. How do I rotate you that away? Can I grab, like, the side? Oh. It's not working very well. Down, like... Is that? Like that? And then do this. Oh, yeah, we sort of did it. So these are all 8, 8, 8. Let's see if that makes any sense at all. We're going to do from here to there. That should be there. Okay, let's do from there to there. 15 inches is the center. Okay, sure. Does that mean this to this wasn't 8 inches? No, I want to click off of that. That's only 7 inches. What? Why do you hate me? There to there's only 7. So that's 7. And this is 8? Okay. And what is this? 8. So it's 8, 7, 8. So it's 8, 15. How do I do math? 23? Okay, let's just see how far it is all the way from hole to hole. 29.925. That makes sense, right? Because this is... No, get rid of that. 32. Okay, now how far is this from this? 2.187, and this was... Okay, so that's closer to the side than this is going to be from the side. I got it. And these, I'm assuming, are all the same. 2.187, 2.187, 2.187. Okay, so no problem. We can do that. But what I'm going to do now is head outside to the garage, get the baseboard ready for cutting. We're going to cut it down to these dimensions here, 32.85 by 21.125, and then I'll I'll do a speedy up bit of me doing the cutting, and then I'll also pause for a second, and then I'll do a speedy up bit of me doing the drilling. And then I'll come back and show you the finished product, and hopefully it's amazing. So I'll see you guys in a second. Peace. And we're back after an exhausting, what seemed like 5 bazillion hours outside cutting the stupid baseboard, which the saw had a learning curve, I'll tell you, since I don't mess with them that often. If you don't mess with saws very often, you're gonna have a hard time, because I had a hard time. It took me like a few tries to figure it out, and then I figured out I wasn't pressing the right buttons and blah blah blah. There's only like 3 buttons on there, and I somehow found a way to screw it up, but we ended up getting it done. We cut the board, and let me just say, there's no way, unless you're like a pro professional with like a mazillion clamps, and you clamp it a mazillion times around so it doesn't move at all, there's no way you're gonna get the dimensions that they tell you to. Like the 21.375, no. Screw that, nope. And like the 33.1, no. Screw that, I ended up with like 32 point something. It was like a half an inch off. Or like, not a half an inch, but like quarter of an inch maybe, because the saw blade, the way it was cutting, was like where I put the line exactly on 33.1 or whatever, it cut it like off to the side of it a little bit, even with the laser guided thingamadoodle. So it's not gonna be perfect. So what I'm gonna do is just edit, or like account for that, I guess, and then when I do the holes, just make the holes either closer to the edge or further away from the edge, depending on how much I screwed it up. I'll just subtract 33.1 from 32 point whatever it is. But also, it's kind of, I'm not very good at cutting straight lines because my hand shakes a little bit, so it's kind of like curvy in a couple areas where it's off maybe like 0.1. So what I'm going to do is probably just get some sandpaper and sand down the edges so that it's all nice and smooth. And since it took so long to do the cutting this week, I'm not going to do the holes today because I'm too tired now and it's like a mazillion degrees outside. So I'm going to take my victory of what is now my baseboard, even though it's not perfect. It's not going to be perfect. If you're like a perfectionist, I'm usually a perfectionist, but it's not going to happen with this. So stop being a perfectionist and account for whatever might go wrong. That's what I'm going to do. And it'll probably work out. One way or another, it's going to work out. And let me show you the baseboard. This is what we got. Here we go. There it is. In all of its glory, we have the bottom of our food computer. That's for reference. Those are the sheets we cut the other day. And now this is, or not the other day, a couple weeks ago. And then this is the PVC baseboard. So I'll get back a little bit. So that is 33-ish inches by 21.5-ish inches. And that's going to be the base of our food computer. So the holes are going to go in here, like the, this side's probably going to be like the food chamber, not the food chamber, but the electronics. This side's going to be the grow bin, and you can kind of see it if you squint hard enough and believe hard enough. It's going to be there one day. Next week, this is going to have holes in it, and we'll be well on our way to putting all this garbo inside of this. Oh yes, people, it's going to happen. But for now, I want to thank you all very much for joining me this week. Thanks for watching. I hope you guys are enjoying this series. If you do, please give it a like, and be sure to subscribe to see more daily content. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out, guys.